6 steps to attracting the one. Hey y'all, it's Keisha, back at you with a whole new spin and reflections on your spiritual growth and reflecting on relationships. Today, I want to chat on the tips to start attracting your soulmate. With Lionsgate right around the corner, there are some things you can do now to clear your energy and start aligning so you can receive who you are asking for. Before you get in, I'm Keisha Martin, your energy alignment specialist, helping you improve relationships, spiritual growth, and releasing trauma all over the world. If you want to learn more, click the links below. I am currently offering a 12-week one-to-one program called Emerge, as well as group healing program which has meditations, lessons, and more in my programs called Arise. Both are phenomenal with helping you on a deeper level with activations, teachings, and more. Now, that was my shameless plug. Let's get into what we're talking about with Lionsgate and how you too, my friend, can manifest your soulmate utilizing the energies right now. So let's get in. So a little 411 on the Lionsgate. First off, Lionsgate is a portal that opens every year. This takes place when Sirius separates sufficiently from the sun to come into view. Sirius is a constellation also called the Alpha Canis Majoris, or the dog star. It is the brightest star in the night sky, and it is a binary star in the constellation Canis Major. Since Sirius is the brightest star in our night sky, some ancients and even current mystics believe it infuses the earth with extra energy and light. Now, the Lionsgate portal, it opens every year on August 8th with the sun in Leo, and they all line up and create with Sirius, Orion's belt with the earth, and this creates a powerful portal of energy which is potent for manifesting. This happens on August 8th. However, leading up to this day, it is an important time for cleansing. This cleansing includes clearing your mind, your body, and yes, all the muscle memory from the trauma, the bad experiences, and all of the stuff that you carry in the spiritual energy that clearly are not serving you, okay? So you can actually feel and be present in the things, and in this case, the relationship you're trying to match. Even more insightful is the phase of the moon during this year of the Lionsgate. We will be in the phase after the full moon, known as the waxing gibbous moon. It's the phase where we see much of the moon and it's illuminated towards the earth. Now, this waxing gibbous moon is also an opportunity for people to become more mindful in what they are doing, paying that little bit of extra attention to their circumstances. It's a time to reflect on what's working for you right now and what might need to change. Notice it's about what's working right now for you. Oftentimes we think everything is all wrong and we got to change, or you got to change your whole strategy to the thing you are trying to manifest. But no, this definitely is not the case. Here, you're being urged to focus on your positives, hone in on that and be aware of what's not working so you can release, so you can truly manifest more of what you're looking for. Now, this ties in with the number 8, which has strength, karmic, and endurance for lasting manifestations. This number 8, it ties into your ambitions and the endurance it has taken for you to achieve the things you want. And in this case, manifesting the type of love that you want in return. It's reflective in its nature for what you give out will come back, right? This is why it is so important for you to truly understand the vibration of energy, the connection we have with our origins, the stars, and how impactful this is with connecting to your deeper version of self to truly embrace who you are. Now, these steps of connection to attract your soulmate is all about embracing who you are. This includes knowing yourself, what your strengths are, and embracing them and letting go of all the lies, over compromising and the beliefs that have been setting you up for failure. The stars right now are aligning for you to take action on the inner work. This way you can truly let go of what's not serving you and start to embody who you really are, to create that divine space, to attract and align with a soulmate that matches your frequency. So let's get in, because here are the 6 steps you need to do to call in and attract your soulmate. Today, I want you to take a moment. The first step is take a moment for yourself. This can be a day, it can be several hours, and I want you to take this time to just reflect. All right, this reflection is where you walk through your mind on the shadow parts, right? And that the things that feel uncomfortable, and start to look intimately, looking intimately at your hurts and pains, to come to terms with what you don't want to settle for anymore. Now, I know this isn't fun, but if you can't face what's inside of you, then how can someone else? This is your keep it real moment, because you don't have to deal with this pain and torture for years on end. Every time you meet someone and somehow because the more you hold on to this pain, the more you end up using it as a way to self-sabotage in the next relationship. So why not take a day, a couple of days, a few hours to actually look into what's really causing you that pain, because it's there. And the only thing it'll do when you avoid it is show itself up in your next relationship. It'll create the doubts that this person isn't for you. It'll create the overthinking. It'll create all the things that have stopped you in your past relationships. It'll start the comparing of your past failed relationships and remind you of how you were stuck, so that way you have to go back in to that horrible space and repeat the same cycle that you've done before. To break this cycle, in this reflection period, I'm urging you to really feel into those things. Take that moment, take a day to yourself, and just allow yourself to let go, so that way you can have that come to Jesus moment. All right. Write down some of the positive from these experiences. All right. So step number 2 is looking into it at a different lens. So I want you to write down some of the positives that you notice from these experiences, because oftentimes we look through one lens, and that's the lens of our pain. And I want you to take a moment to see what's good and what came out of it. How did you grow? See, your strengths with going through these things and really expanding on a different level is so important for your growth and to breaking the cycle. It's key for you to coming to the point of acceptance. So step number 3 is letting go. It's time. Yes, my friend. It is time to accept what has happened and make the decision that you are okay with what has happened. See, all the relationships we engage in with are somehow reflections of ourselves. And when you hear this, I want you to think of the relationships that you have now. You may notice that the things that is triggering you in one relationship, you actually might be guilty of it in another relationship. Like maybe it's somebody at the job, or someone you're not attracted to, or in some friendships, you just don't connect well with this person. Maybe the things that you are experiencing in this relationship right now is something that you need to work on within yourselves. Now, this whole karmic, this 8, this figure, it's all about looking within ourselves and really trusting our strengths within us. But the things that are triggering to us are giving us room to grow. It's showing us how we need to develop ourselves. It's allowing us that space to say, this is what we don't like about this is what we don't like, or maybe this is something we can improve upon, or this is maybe something that we need to let go of. It's really a deep introspective section, part of your life, where you get to really hone in on your strength and start to make the choices to let go of the things that aren't working. So step number 3, finding your strength. with this moon energy, it's time to light your name up in that sky and really be proud of who you are, the greatness you have, and all the things, right? Yes, gorgeous one. It's time to give you all the big ups right now, right? And write it down, look in the mirror, dance, laugh, and just to celebrate all the things about you, because you are an amazing light, and it's time that you embrace this. As you do, write it down. Write down all the things that you absolutely love about yourself, because it's manifestation time. These are the things that are present in you now, and I want you to put pen to paper, and feeling into all of this will bring into what you are actually looking for in a person, okay? Your soulmate. Now, you got many to choose from, and this could be a person that you're calling in so that way to learn this lesson from, or maybe you're calling them in because this is the one person you want to be with, because you got so many you can't mess up. After you bring in this one, you can bring in another one. But this is all about allowing yourself to believe and to start to set that intention, which is bringing us to the next step of setting the intention to of what you want. What the mind conceives and believes, it will achieve. Napoleon Hill. It is important that you go into your heart and hear and really feel into what you want, and set the intention that you will have it. Because you must believe this is fully possible for yourself. The doubts that come up, work through it and go back to step number 1 so you can clear with your intentions. Step number 5 or 6, trust it's going to happen. That means no calling, talking it over with somebody, no overthinking, wondering how it'll happen, but actually just letting go of all of it and going back into your day. Trusting what you do next is the right thing, and the next and the next. Here you allow, right? This is how you allow things to unfold, with the beliefs and positive intentions that things will unfold naturally and manifest as you ask. I want you to stay present in the things that you've asked for. Meaning, don't say it'll come, because when you say it will come, you're bringing it to the future. You're always chasing or always waiting for it to happen. No, you have to acknowledge it's here now. All right. The it will come, we'll keep it in the future. You don't want that. So be present when you trust the intentions that you have set forth, and watch your language as you're doing it. Because now when it's manifesting and calling in your soulmate, it's all about the feeling. So you got to let go of all the expectations that you know, of how you're going to attract this person, how you're going to meet them. You got to let go of all of it that attracts the house it into your life, you know, because what it does, it's going to take you out of your heart space and into your head and all back into your thinking. And we already did that through step 1 through 5. Okay. Now we're all about trusting and believing that it's going to happen. All right. You've already done the thinking. Now we're in the trusting. All right. This thinking thing, it totally kills what you're aligning to get into. It will get you into planning your wedding before your first date. It will have you thinking what your children will look like before you're intimate. And some of y'all will be planning y'all funerals before you're even to a month of dating. So let's just reel it back a little bit, because you want to remember what you want. And you want to remember that what you really want is for things to be organic and for it to flow naturally. This is your soulmate, all right? So it's all about releasing these so-called expectations of how it's supposed to happen. And it's actually one of the hardest things to do, you know, because when you're focused on how it's going to happen, you get into your head. And when you get into your head, remember, we're always manifesting. Because we're always manifesting everything that we ask for, the universe is always saying yes. So when you're in the space of saying, I want this, I want this, I want this. But the universe is like, oh, I'm working so hard. I don't know, my business and blah, 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 blah. The universe is like, oh, she doesn't want it yet. Pause. Yes. So what is happening, right, is that you're prolonging when it's going to happen, okay? Because we're always manifesting. So that's when Mr. Right, when you let go of the how, that's when the magic happens. That's when your Mr. Right or your Mrs. Right comes into your life when you least expect it. It's when you completely let go and you just allow for the magic that you've created to align. And so that way you don't give the doubts any energy and create the hiccups. Because when you give the doubts the energy, you create hiccups in your delivery for your soulmates. So just a quick recap, all right? Step number 1, take a moment for yourself. Step number 2, write down your positive. Step number 3, let go, all right? Step number 4, align with your strengths. Step number 5, set the intention. And 6, trust it's gonna happen, okay? Because most important out of everything is you gotta let go and you gotta trust that it will happen. I hope this helps you. If it does, give it a thumbs up. To hear more from me, be sure to subscribe so you can get the notifications from my upcoming videos. And be sure to share. Because what's better than going on a date? A double date, right? Why not have your friends in your soul circle all be in the same gel of love and mix, right? That's like the best thing. Like now you can go on trips and vacations and do all the things together. Plus, you just never know who else needs to hear this. So thanks for listening. This is your girl, Keisha Martin, and I'll see you next Monday for more insights on spiritual love, relationships, communication, all for healing the light within you so you can shine bright as the beautiful star that you are. Loving the skin you're in. This is Keisha Martin, and peace. I will see you next time.